1999, Tim Duncan lideró a los Spurs al primer título de la historia de la franquicia, tras derrotar a los Knicks en la final.
Goes baseline against Duncan, rejected by Tim Duncan. Backs Dudley down, double team Sprewell. Tim Duncan's jump shot spinning in.
Join me in applauding the most valuable player of the 1999 NBA Finals, Tim Duncan.
Duncan es considerado uno de los mejores baloncestistas del planeta, pero su trayecto hasta la cima no ha sido tan sencillo como muchos creen.
I wasn't really born to play this game. That wasn't my road the first time. I wasn't blessed with that at first.
Tim creció lejos de los focos y del estrellato del baloncesto NBA en St. Croix, Islas Vírgenes. De niño su deporte era la natación, lo practicaba para alcanzar el máximo objetivo de todo nadador.
To swim anywhere from 5,000 meters to 8,000 meters a day, 6 days a week. I expected at some point to be in the Olympics representing the Virgin Islands.
Pero la inspiración para nadar se fue diluyendo en Tim cuando sufrió una pérdida familiar irreparable.
My mom died, so really, she was a big part of my swimming stuff, so I really lost interest in that way. Just kind of found a different way to go. Started playing basketball. I started playing in 8th or 9th grade. It was just something to do. And then my brother-in-law came down and started really teaching me how to play. He took me down to some of the courts down there where I was an older branded competition. I was 14, 15, 16 playing against 25, 30-year-olds.
Abrazó su nuevo deporte con tanta pasión que fue descubierto por un exjugador de la Universidad de Wake Forest, quien le invitó a que fuera a jugar baloncesto universitario en Estados Unidos.
I'm a competitor. I wanted to go in there and mix it up with these guys and see how good I was.
Duncan, clock at 1. He got it!
Manteniendo la promesa que le había hecho a su madre en el lecho de muerte, Tim se graduó en las aulas y de paso dejó boquiabiertos a los ojeadores de la NBA en las canchas.
With the first pick in the 1997 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Tim Duncan from Wake Forest University.
So big a day for me that I had to cry a short while ago when I thought of his mother. But it brought back a lot of memory and good thoughts of what it would have been if she had been here.
Ahora, compitiendo al máximo nivel, Tim tiene la fortuna de compartir vestuario con uno de los mejores pivots de la historia, David Robinson.
It was definitely a blessing. It was great to end up with a team like the Spurs and a great player like David Robinson.
When I got a chance to work out with him, I was amazed at his talent. I'm like one of the best defenders around, and I couldn't really stop him, and that was a little unsettling for me, But it was great to know he had that kind of ability.
What a sequence by Robinson and Tim Duncan!
Duncan, beautiful pass for Robinson.
So how you gonna play it?
Cut off the middle.
He's got that right mentality. He doesn't get down. He knows that, playing next to me, a lot of that pressure's off of him. He doesn't have to be Mr. Superstar every night.
The rookie taking over.
Tim fue el único novato que jugó el All-Star de mayores en 1998 y además se convirtió en el primer rookie en 18 años que acaba en el mejor equipo de la liga. Irrumpió en la NBA como un torrente.
The 1997-98 Rookie of the Year, Tim Duncan. First play, we're going to go wedge down to Tim, see what they do.
En su segunda temporada en la liga, Tim dejó clara su condición de superestrella con el consiguiente beneficio para los Spurs.
Oh! Over Divac goes Duncan.
Taking this game over. Another time. Duncan cannot be stopped.
He's amazing. He's an amazing talent. He's got a great temperament about him, great confidence. That's what makes him one of the best players in the league.
Y en el momento culminante de la historia del equipo, en la final de 1999, Tim fue la principal referencia.
I am New York right now. I get that ball out of Duncan's hands. You can't let him beat you right now.
Deep in low, easy for Tim Duncan. He is shaking up the New York Knickerbockers. And the story, Tim Duncan, 33 points, 16 rebounds.
Y en el quinto partido, solo 10 años después de que Duncan jugara su primer partido de baloncesto organizado, alcanzó el Olimpo al que llegan muy pocos dioses.
got Sprewell underneath the glass. Double team, fires at the buzzer, no! The San Antonio Spurs win their first ever NBA championship.
When you look back, I can think about where I could be. And I think I came a long way. I was going a different way. I was taking a different path, and something changed it. And to be here right now, to be in this situation, I can't ask for anything more.
Verás goles, verás a grandes jugadores, verás férreas defensas y rápidos contraataques. Pero sobre todo, verás aficiones y lucha y emoción. Es la Liga Asobal y este año más en tu mano que nunca. En directo desde el pabellón Huerta del Rey, Valladolid Ciudad Real. El sábado 15 a las 6:15 de la tarde en Sportmania. En Sportmania verás todos los deportes que puedas imaginar. ¿Y los que no? Y es que en Sportmania es raro el deporte que no puedas ver. ¿Crees que tu corazón aguantará toda la tensión de vivir cada noche un partido en directo de la NBA? Ponle a prueba y verás. La madrugada del sábado 15 al domingo 16, a la 1, vive en directo un nuevo partido. Washington Wizards, Miami Heat. Cada noche tu corazón latirá al ritmo de la NBA.
The NBA plays in the best arenas throughout the country.
I grew up as kind of an arena and stadium type guy. I was, fanatic. I'd listen to games on the radio. I would always imagine what it would be like to be at these arenas.
A ding-dong affair here at the Cincinnati Garden. Back and forth they go.
The greatest thing about the Mecca was your fans are like right on top. And it's rickety, This is it right here.
One thing I remember of playing in Syracuse, somehow the lights would change at halftime, so that there was a light shining in the eye of the opponent all the time.
Si nos remontamos a los albores de la NBA, la liga empezó jugándose en canchas de todo tipo. Algunas parecían más una jaula rodeadas de vallas metálicas y otras eran salas de baile reconvertidas. Pero en los años 40 la NBA se trasladó a espaciosas y modernas instalaciones. 3 de estas canchas han llegado al corazón de todos por su peculiaridad.
From the heart of New York City, from the sports capital of the world, this is Marty Glickman with Stan Lomax bringing you Madison Square Garden.
In the 50s, they had pro doubleheaders in Madison Square Garden. There were only 8 teams. So half the league was in Madison Square Garden, maybe a dozen times during the year.
First of all, when you went to the Garden games, you had this area where you walked in that everybody, all your friends convened.
Under the marquee.
Under the marquee.
The marquee, it should have been put in the Smithsonian Institution. That's what should have happened to it. And the lobby of the old Garden was a club. They made it a club. They just congregated there. If you wanted to meet somebody who was going to the fights or going to the game, you walk in the lobby, you'd know where they are.
The old Garden, what hits me, first of all, is Needix. I remember Marty Glickman, when the guy made a shot, he'd always say, good like Needix. And then on the other side of the rotunda was a Adams hat store. In those days, everybody wore hats.
It's like a relative. It's like a best friend. It's something that's part of you.
Construido en 1929, el Chicago Stadium acogió durante años gran variedad de eventos, incluidos combates de boxeo, convenciones políticas y partidos de fútbol americano bajo techo. pero la cancha se hizo famosa por acoger los partidos de los Chicago Bulls, gracias a lo cual fue conocida con el sobrenombre de el manicomio de una de las ciudades de Madison.
Chicago Stadium was one of those wonderful old basketball venues. When you walked in there, it smelled of old, stale popcorn, but it was a great old building. You were being transported back into like the 50s where the fans were sitting there with big cigars, just sitting there with suits and ties on, sitting there and just enjoying basketball.
The crowd in the stadium coming to its feet.
Chicago Stadium was terrifying. I described it as being like a tin can with little notches in it where people sat. All the fire codes were in violation. The place was ancient, and Michael Jordan loved it because the ambiance is unbelievable.
Chicago Stadium explodes to life.
No one that I know of in that building ever heard Michael Jordan's name when they did player introductions. From North Carolina, number 23.
You know, every building was my home for years. And it helped me develop my basketball skills. So when I knelt down to kiss the floor, it's like kissing a girlfriend goodbye.
Pero nunca en la historia del baloncesto ninguna cancha ha tenido la mística de aquella por la que pasaba el tren de la ciudad de Boston. Abierto en 1928, el Boston Garden se convirtió pronto en el sexto hombre de los Celtics.
I always maintained there's a leprechaun up there sitting on the rim knocking the ball away, and every once in a while you have to go and donate to the leprechaun.
Line up, line up, now program.
I love coming in that Boston Garden and the old building and the championship banners and the atmosphere and the aura.
Here come the world champions, the Boston Celtics.
If you wanted to learn how to win championships, that was the place where you went to study. It was like going to Harvard.
Celtics fans have journeyed to this hoop cathedral for years to witness miracles.
Back over to Worthy, and it's picked off. Goes to Hemmings, and he lays it off and in. It's all tied up.
There's no way you can win in this place. The crowd got green blood, green hats. Their skin is white and green.
What made Boston Garden unique was, if you look at it on TV, it's the most beautiful place you ever seen. But when you walk up in there, it's probably not what you expect.
The locker room in the Boston Garden was, you know, atrocious.
You leave a locker room, you're burning up. You go out there, play a good half. When you come back in, all the windows are open, the heat's turned off, and it's freezing in the middle of January.
The opponents would come in, they complained about it was cold and damp, and one shower, and it would fill up with water. We had the same locker room on the other side of the building.
It symbolizes winning. It symbolizes camaraderie. It symbolizes unity.
Actualmente la mayoría de los viejos pabellones de la NBA han sido derruidos y forman parte ya de la historia. Pero para los que saborean el ambiente de aquellas legendarias canchas, cada año que pasa aumenta la leyenda.
There is a part of me that longs for some of the flavor of the old arenas.
I like playing in old buildings because I think it has a life of its own. It's a mystique of its own, and you join that when you go in there and you play there.